Hello students, welcome to my educational channel GravityTech. We are solving mathematics and stats paper of HSC, that is 12th board of March 2022 in this. And then we have already covered section A of that paper in previous video. So to look at what has been covered in that uh, as a part of section A, please go back to the video and look at it. This video in specific will cover solution for the section B of the March 2022 HSC board paper. If you like the video, please share it with the other students as well so that other students will also get benefit out of this. And subscribe to the channel to get updates about new videos. सर्व 12वीच्या विद्यार्थी मित्रांचे माझ्या शैक्षणिक चॅनल ग्रॅव्हिटी टेक मध्ये स्वागत आहे. आपण 12वी सायन्सचा स्टेट बोर्डचा मार्च 2022चा गणिताचा पेपर सोडवत आहोत. सेक्शन ए आपण ऑलरेडी मागच्या व्हिडिओमध्ये कव्हर केलेला आहे आणि ह्या व्हिडिओमध्ये आपण सेक्शन बी कव्हर करणार आहोत. व्हिडिओ आवडला तर नक्कीच बाकीच्या विद्यार्थ्यांसोबत शेअर करा. तसेच वेगवेगळ्या ग्रुप्सवर किंवा सोशल मीडियावर शेअर करा जेणेकरून जास्तीत जास्त विद्यार्थी याचा लाभ घेतील. चला मग आता आपण बघूया की सेक्शन बी चे सोल्युशन व्हॉट इट इज. राईट. सो दिस इज अ solution of section B of March 2022 maths and stats paper of HSC board. This is explained by me, solved and explained by me. Okay. Now the question is this: attempt any 8 of the following questions. कोणतेही 8 क्वेश्चन सॉल्व्ह करा असं सांगितलेलं आहे. प्रत्येक क्वेश्चन हा every question is going to be of 2 marks. Okay. Now let's see what they have as a part of first question. So now why this is saying question 3? Because question 1 and question 2 were as a part of section A. So this is a continuation of that. That's why this is question 3. So it says using truth table verify that. What to verify? P and Q or negation of Q is equivalent P or negation of Q. Sopa hai. See, so you just need to basically form a truth table. Okay, what exactly the truth table means. Now see, very first thing you should basically check. सगळ्यात आधी काय चेक करायचं की how many statements or propositions are given here. How many propositions P and Q? Do you see third? No. So P and Q, what does that mean? There are only 2. So 2 means how many entries will be there? 4. Why? 2 raised to 2. जर त्याच्यात इथे 3 propositions दिलेले असते किंवा 3 दिले असते, then टोटल एंट्रीज किती आल्या असत्या? 2 raised to 3, that is 8. इथे 4 दिले असतील तर 2 raised to 4. सो जर इथे n नंबर ऑफ प्रिपोजिशन दिलेले असतील, राईट, प्रोपोजिशन्स, देन इट इज व्हॉट 2 raised to n एंट्रीज हियर. सो इथे 2 आहेत त्यामुळे 2 raised to 4. नाव so we only have a P and Q. So let's write P and Q. सी आता याला राईट करण्याची एक सोपी पद्धत तुम्हाला सांगतो कशी आठवण ठेवायची. P आहे ना, and then since there are how many entries? 4 entries आहेत ना, मग आपण half entries true and half entries false. TTFF हे हाफ आहे, त्याच्यानंतर पुढचे परत हाफ करायचे. हे 2 केले त्यानंतर 1 by 1. सो TF. ओके, बट बेसिकली these are the all possible combinations. एक तर दोघं ट्रू असू शकतात किंवा पहिला ट्रू दुसरा फॉल्स, पहिला फॉल्स दुसरा ट्रू किंवा दोघं फॉल्स. पण लक्षात राहण्यासाठी तुम्ही TTFF TF जर PQR राहिले असते तर TTTTFFFF TTFF TTFF TF. Okay, so that's how you should basically just remember. Now you need P, you need Q, also you need a negation of Q. So let's find out negation of Q. Negation म्हणजे काय? T चा F आणि F चा T करायचा. So you just need to, negation of Q will be what? Just opposite of this column. So T will become F will become T will become F, and F will become T. That is the negation of Q. Now you basically need to form these three. So let's first try to form this. Okay, so P and Q. First we will find out P and Q, and then OR with negation of Q. So P and Q. So this P and Q. And means what? If both are T, then only T. Otherwise false. म्हणजे काय? दोघं T असले तरच काय हे ट्रू होतं, बाकी काय फॉल्स. सो TT is T. इथे TF आहे, इथे FT आहे, इथे FF आहे. सो सगळ्या ठिकाणी एक तरी F आहे. सो दिस ऑल 3 will be what? F. So we got P or see P and Q. Now what we need, P and Q or negation of Q. So this part and or this. That means an or means what? If even if there is one T, there is a T. म्हणजे एक जरी टी असला तरी टी येईल. याच्यात एक टी आहे, याच्यात पण एक टी आहे आणि याच्यात पण एक टी आहे. त्यामुळे टी टी आणि टी. याच्यात एक पण टी नाहीये, त्यामुळे एफ एफ काय आला? एफ आला. सो दिस इज व्हॉट युअर लेफ्ट हँड साइड. करेक्ट. पी and Q or negation of Q gives you T, T, F, T. Now, what is the right hand side? P or negation of Q. So this is your P and this is your negation of Q. या दोघांचा or म्हणजेच काय? एक जरी T तरी T. So do you see T? Yes, T, F, that's why T. T, T, that's why T. F, F, there is no T, so F. F, T, there is one T, so T. That's how you got right hand side one. Now if you look at this, याचा ट्रूथ टेबल आणि याचा ट्रूथ टेबल, राईट, both truth tables are same, T, 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 F, 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 T, T, right? That's why from this truth table, this is true, done. This is how it is. This is time consuming, I know, but you should be like, this is very, very easy, but okay. Now, what is the next question you have? Now, they are saying find the cofactors of the elements of the matrix -1, 2, -3, 4. Now, what are the cofactors? Cofactors are basically used to find out the inverse of the matrix. Now, to find out the cofactors, you need to find out the minors. Now, to find out the minors, there is a trick. Okay, so the cofactors are basically denoted by capital letters. Okay, now let's look at what it is. So let B is this matrix which is given -1, -3, 2, and 4, and we will just maybe compare this with this. A11, A12, A21, A22. A11 means what? की पहिला रो आणि पहिला कॉलम. A12 म्हणजे काय? पहिला रो दुसरा कॉलम. A21 म्हणजे काय? दुसरा रो पहिला कॉलम. A22 म्हणजे काय? दुसरा रो आणि दुसरा कॉलम. त्यामुळे अशा प्रकारे त्यांना नंबरिंग दिलेली असते. Now, what is A11? A11 is what? -1. So M11 काय येईल? 4. This is called as a minor. Now 4 कसा येईल? See, जेव्हा आपण 1 1 म्हणतो, याचा अर्थ काय? फर्स्ट रो अँड फर्स्ट कॉलम काय करायचा? स्किप करायचा. सो फर्स्ट रो आणि फर्स्ट कॉलम, सॉरी, फर्स्ट रो अँड फर्स्ट कॉलम हा जर स्किप केला तर उरला काय? 4 फक्त. सो दॅट्स वाय इट इज 4. सो यू नीड टू बेसिकली स्किप द फर्स्ट रो अँड फर्स्ट कॉलम. इथे काय स्किप करू आपण? फर्स्ट रो अँड सेकंड कॉलम. सो वेन वी से दिस इज अ फर्स्ट रो म्हणजे -1 आणि 2 स्किप करायचा. 2 आणि 4 दॅट इज अ सेकंड कॉलम, तो पण स्किप करायचा. उरला काय? -3. दॅट्स वाय व्हॉट M12 आला -3. सिमिलरली A21 हा -3 आहे. मग M21 काय येईल? 21 म्हणजे काय? सेकंड रो आणि फर्स्ट कॉलम स्किप करायचा. सेकंड रो आणि फर्स्ट कॉलम स्किप केला. दिस इज 2. सो M21 काय येईल? 2. ओके. Now M22 काय येईल? A22 वरनं दॅट इज 4, राईट? सो you just basically need to skip second row and second column, so -1. Now आपण M11, M12, M21, right, M21, M22 हे काढले. That's how it is, right? Now what is the formula of cofactor? Cofactor कसा काढतात? A11 is equal to what? -1 raised to 1 plus 1 M11. आता 1 plus 1 कुठून आला? So there is general formula. Capital A, that is a cofactor of m n element. M आणि n जर असेल इथे m आणि n, तर -1 raised to काय येतो? m plus n. रिमेंबर. सो इथे 1 1 आहे त्यामुळे 1 plus 1. 1 2 आहे 1 plus 2. 2 1 आहे 2 plus 1. 2 2 आहे 2 plus 2. And there, it is always -1 raised to. Okay. Now, whatever you found it here, M11, M12, M21, M22, those you need to just multiply it here. So what it will give? -1 raised to 2, that is 1. So 1 into M11, that is 4. So answer is what? 4. Similarly, -1 raised to 2 plus 1, that is 3. -1 raised to 3 is -1. And M12 is what? -3. So the answer will be what? Minus 3 into minus 1, that is 3. A21 is what? Minus 1 raised to 2 plus 1. Correct. And then M21. Minus 1 raised to 2 plus 1 is 3. That is minus 1 into M21 is 2. So minus 2. A22 is what? Is equal to minus 1 raised to 2 plus 2 because 2 and 2. So minus 1 raised to 4 is 1. So 1 into minus 1 is equal to what? Minus 1. So the cofactors are what? A11 is equal to 4. A12 is equal to 3. A21 is equal to minus 1. A21 is equal to minus 2. And A22 is equal to minus 1. Easy. Now what is the next question? Find the principal solutions of cot theta is equal to 0. Cot theta is equal to 0 चं principal solution काढा असं सांगितलं. Now if you remember in section A we had an example of principal solution of cot inverse of pi by 3. Sorry, cot inverse of minus 1 by root 3 असं एक एक्झाम्पल होतं मागच्या सेक्शन ए मध्ये. मग कॉट इनवर्स साठी आपण एक रेंज घेतली होती 0 to pi because cot inverse has 0 to pi as a principal solution interval, whereas for cot this is not cot inverse, this is cot only, so it has 0 to 2 pi as a what? Principal solution interval, remember. Okay, so inverse trigonometric functions have a different principal solutions interval, whereas the normal trigonometric functions have the different one. Now here cot theta is equal to 0. If you know the table, जर तुम्हाला तो टेबल आठवत असेल, we know that cot of pi by 2 is what? 0. Cot 90 काय तो 0 येतो. And cot of pi plus theta is equal to cot theta. This we know already. Correct? Cot of pi plus theta is what? Cot theta. कारण when there is a pi, the cot doesn't change. And pi plus theta, this comes in third quadrant. आणि थर्ड क्वाड्रंट मध्ये कॉट काय असतो? पॉझिटिव्ह. दॅट्स वाय कॉट ऑफ पाय प्लस थीटा इज इक्वल टू व्हॉट? कॉट थीटा. पण हाच जर साइन पाय प्लस थीटा राहिला असता तर काय आला असता? मायनस कॉस थीटा आला असता. का? कारण साइन हा थर्ड क्वाड्रंट मध्ये निगेटिव्ह असतो. सिन्स इट इज कॉट, इट इज सिम्पली कॉट पाय प्लस थीटा इज इक्वल टू कॉट थीटा. नाउ since we know cot of pi by 2 is what? 0. So just try to put it pi by 2 as a value of theta. So cot of pi, pi plus pi by 2 and cot of pi by 2. Correct. Now since cot of pi by 2 is 0, this will also be 0. So cot of 3 pi by 2 and cot of pi by 2 both are what? 0. And both actually lies in 0 to 2 pi. या इंटरवल मध्ये दोघेच्या दोघं येतात. त्यामुळे पाय बाय 2 आणि 3 पाय बाय 2 हे प्रिन्सिपल सोल्युशन झाले कॉट ऑफ थीटा इज इक्वल टू 0. So pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2 are basically a principal solutions of cot theta is equal to 0. Hope you understand. Just make sure that you remember the principal solutions interval for the cot theta. Okay. Now what is the question number 6? Question number 6 is find the value of k. So we need to find out the value of k. K ची value find करायची. If 2x plus y is equal to 0 is one of the lines represented by 3x square plus kxy plus 2y square is equal to 0. मग ते म्हणताय की 3x square plus kxy plus 2y square हे जे एक इक्वेशन आहे, हे इक्वेशन दोन लाईन्सचं जॉईंट इक्वेशन आहे. ओके, हे इक्वेशन ऍक्च्युअली दोन लाईन्स रिप्रेझेंट करतात आणि या दोघांपैकी एक लाईन आहे 2x plus y is equal to 0. ओके, तर मग k ची व्हॅल्यू फाइंड आउट करा. इट्स व्हेरी इझी. सी, जर this line is part of this equation, then whatever point we take on this line will basically also satisfy this equation. म्हणजेच काय, जर ही लाईन ह्या लाईनचा भाग आहे तर याचा अर्थ ह्या लाईनीवरचा प्रत्येक पॉइंट हा हे इक्वेशन काय करेल? सॅटिस्फाय करेल. म्हणजे आपण आधी याच्यावरचा एक पॉइंट काढू, तो पॉइंट we will just put it into this equation and then find the value of k. It's very easy. So as 2x plus y is equal to 0 is one of the lines represented by this, coordinates of every point on the line 2x plus y is equal to 0, will satisfy the equation this. That's what actually I just told you, right? Now, see, I have taken here x is equal to 1. It is not always compulsory that you take x is equal to 1. Take it x is equal to 4. Take it x is equal to 2. Whatever value of x you want to take that. It really doesn't matter. The answer is going to be same. Remember. फक्त काय, what is the condition की तो point ह्या लाईनीवर असला पाहिजे. The point has to be on this line. So now, when x is equal to 1, where is that gone? Just 1 minute. Yeah. So here it is. So when x is equal to 1, correct. So we will just put that value into 2x plus y is equal to 0. So 2 into 1 plus y is equal to what? 0. So y is equal to what? Minus 2. So 1 and minus 2 is the point which lies on 2x plus y is equal to 0. That means this point will also satisfy this equation 3x square plus kxy plus 2y square is equal to 0. Then we just need to put the value of x is equal to what? 1, y is equal to what? Minus 2. And see what it gives. 3 into x square म्हणजे काय 1 चा square plus k into what? X into y. So x is 1, y is minus 2 plus 2 y square, that is minus 2 square. So 3 into 1 square is 3. 2 into minus 2 into 1 minus 2 minus 2k. 2 minus 2 square is 4. 4 into 2, that is 8. So 3 minus 2k plus 8 is equal to 0. Then 3 plus 8 is 11. So minus 2k plus 11, that is 2k is equal to 11. So k will be what? 11 by 2. Easy? Very easy, right? So what is the next question? So next question is, find the Cartesian equation of the plane passing through the point A and the direction ratios of whose normal are 3 to 5. So this is a three-dimensional plane. Okay, it's basically they want us to find out the equation of the plane which basically passes through the point A, that is 1 2 3, and whose direction ratios of normal are 3 to 5. Now, what exactly we know? We know that the equation of the plane passing through the point A, x1, y1, z1 and normal to the line having direction ratios ABC is what? Simply A, x minus x1 plus B, y minus y1 plus C, z minus z1 is equal to 0. See, this is a Cartesian form. हाँ Cartesian form है. Vector form is altogether different. Vector form ऐसा वेगळा है. Remember. Okay. Now here it is given 1 2 3 is the point through which the plane passes. So x1, y1, z1 will be what? 1 2 3. And then direction ratios are given what? 3 to 5. So A is 3, B is 2 and C is 5. You just need to put this value in this equation. Okay, nothing else. See, so what I did, 3 x minus x1, so 1, plus 2 y minus y1, that is 2, plus C, that is 5, and z minus 3. Correct? Z1. Now 3 into x, 3x minus 3, 2y minus 4, 5z minus 15. So 3x plus 2y plus 5z minus 3 and minus 4 minus 7, minus 7 minus 15 minus 22. So 3x plus 2y plus 5z minus 22 is equal to 0. This is the equation of the required plane which passes through the point 1 2 3 and whose direction ratios of the normal are basically 3 to 5. Understood? It's very easy. So the key was the formula. You should basically know the formula when A, B, C are the direction ratios of the normal and the point x1, y1, z1 is given through which the plane passes, then the equation of the Cartesian equation of the plane is what? A x minus x1 plus B y minus y1 plus C z minus z1. Understood? Now let's look at the next question. The question number 8. It says find the Cartesian coordinates of the point whose polar coordinates are 1/2 and pi by 3. See, what are the polar coordinates and what are the Cartesian coordinates? Cartesian coordinates are x and y. Okay, and the polar coordinates are r and theta. X and y are basically a length. Okay, whereas r is mostly deals with the radius or vectors, and the theta is the polar angle. Okay, now here they have given the polar coordinates. See, they are saying polar coordinates, right? That means the first is r and second is the theta. Polar coordinates are r theta, that is 1 half pi by 3. What does that mean? R is equal to 1 half and theta is equal to pi by 3. Now the equivalent Cartesian coordinate equation is what? X is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to what? R sin theta. So the value of r is 1 half cos of pi by 3, because theta value is pi by 3. 1 half cos of pi by 3 is what? Cos of 60 degree. Cos of 60 degree का है तो 1 half. So 1 half into 1 half, that is 1 by 4. Y is equal to what? R sin theta. X is equal to R cos theta. Y is equal to R sin theta. 1 half sin of pi by 3. Sin of pi by 3 means sin 60 किती होतो? Root 3 by 2. So root 3 upon 4. So that done. Cartesian coordinates are what? X, Y. That is what? 1 by 4 and root 3 by 4. Understood? This was the pretty easy one. So the concept here is what? The polar coordinates are what? R theta, and Cartesian coordinates are x and y, whereas x is equal to what? R cos theta and y is equal to what? R sin theta. Remember. Okay. Now let's look at the next question. Question number 9. They are saying find the equation of the tangent to the curve y is equal to 2x cube minus x square plus 2 at 1 half and 2. See, now आपल्याला टँजेंटचं इक्वेशन काढायचं आहे. कर्व दिलाय y इज इक्वल टू 2x क्यूब प्लस मायनस एक्स क्यूब प्लस 2 असा एक कर्व दिलाय आणि त्याचं टँजेंटचं इक्वेशन काढायचं. whenever there is a tangent, right, it basically deals with some slope. Correct, that is basically the slope of the curve. Okay, now, and how do we find out the slope? We basically find out the slope using the derivatives. आपण त्याचा पहिला डेरिव्हेटिव्ह काढतो, तो असतो त्याचा स्लोप, right? So the slope of the tangent is basically the first derivative of the curve at that point. So given that y is equal to 2x cube minus x square plus 2. Let's now differentiate this with respect to x. So when you differentiate, this will basically dy by dx. 2 will be as it is. X cube चा derivative काय तो 3x square. So 3 into 2 is what? 6. So it will be 6x square. Minus, this is 2x. That's a derivative. And since this is a constant, the derivative of constant is what? 0. So the derivative of this curve is what? dy by dx 6x square minus 2x. Now, we know that the slope of the tangent is what? The derivative at that particular point. म्हणजे आपल्याला माहिती आहे टँजेंटचा स्लोप म्हणजे काय? ह्या पॉइंटला जो दिलाय त्या पॉइंटला त्याचा डेरिव्हेटिव्ह. Okay. Now, what it is basically. So this dy by dx at x is equal to 1 half. So dy by dx at x is equal to 1 half. So let the slope be always denoted by what? M. Correct. So just put the value of x is equal to what? Half here. Halves are square, right? 6 into half square minus 2. 2 into half. 2 cancel. This is 1 by 4. So 6 by 4 minus this will be 1. So see, 6 by 4 is what? 3 by 2. म्हणजे काय 1.5. 3 by 2 minus 1, that will give you 1 half. So the slope of the tangent is what? 1 half. See, slope मिळालाय आपल्याला, tangentचं इक्वेशन मिळालंय का नाही? So we haven't really got the equation of the line 8. Okay, so what is the equation of the line? So equation of the line passing through point x1 y1 and having a slope m is what? Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Okay, now let's see here. Now the equation of the line with slope m and passing through the point x1 y1 is what? Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. इथे x1 y1 काय दिलाय? 1 half आणि 2. Correct. And m ची व्हॅल्यू काय काढली आपण? 1 half. Just put these values here. It's easy. Y minus 2 because it is y1. 1 half, that is m value. X as is minus x1. So the value of x1 is what? 1 half. So this 2 is dividing here. It will come on this side. So 2 into y, 2y, 2 into 2, 4. So this 1 will go inside, so x minus half as is. Now this plus 2y will go on that side, so x minus 2y, half 1 half इकडे येईल, so plus half, that will become what? Minus 4 plus 1 half will give you minus 7 by 2. Now just remove these denominators. It's always good idea to remove the denominators from the equations. So when this go on this side, this 2 goes on this side, 2x minus 4y is equal to minus 7. So this is the equation of the tangent. मग आपण हे कसं काढलं? आपल्याला पाहिजे होतं टँजंटचं इक्वेशन. टँजंटच्या इक्वेशन साठी आपल्याला पॉईंट दिलाय, परंतु आपल्याकडे स्लोप नव्हता. मग स्लोप काढण्यासाठी आपण काय केलं? त्याचा डेरिव्हेटिव्ह काढला. डेरिव्हेटिव्ह काढून त्या पॉईंटच्या एक्स ची व्हॅल्यू त्याच्यात पुट केली. मग आपल्याला स्लोप मिळाला. देन स्लोप अँड द पॉईंट अँड वी गॉट द इक्वेशन ऑफ द tangent. Right? Now let's look at the next question. What we have. So the integration. Evaluate integration of sec raised to 4x where limits are 0 to pi by 4. हे definite integral आहे. This is definite integral of sec raised to 4 ज्याचे लिमिट्स असतात. राईट, डेफायनाइट इंटिग्रलचे नेहमी लिमिट्स असतात. इनडेफायनाइट इंटिग्रलचे लिमिट्स नसतात. सो 0 टू पाय बाय 4. 0 ने चालू होतं हे आणि पाय बाय 4 ने संपतं. इंटिग्रेशन म्हणजे काय? समथिंग एरिया अंडर द कर्व. इंटिग्रेशन म्हणजे काय? It is basically volumes to find out. So integration is used to find out the length of the curve. Integration is used to find out the area under the curve. Integration is used to find out the volume of the particular surface. Remember, इथे तुम्हाला तेवढं नाहीये guys, but I just wanted to give you some idea where all the integration is used. Let's solve the example now. I is equal to, so let I is equal to this all stuff. 0 to pi by 4 sec raised to 4x dx. I will say dx, right? I will not say always integration of. Okay. So this is dx. इथे द ट्रिक आहे. तुमच्याकडे जर तुम्हाला, you should basically know the integration formula. If you know the integration formula, you are master in this. If you don't know, then you are not. See, so the trick here is what? Sec raised to 4. I just divided that into sec square into what? Sec square x. And I know one of the sec square I can replace with 1 plus tan square x. Right? So this sec square I just replace it with 1 plus tan square x, and this sec square as it is. Now what I actually have used? I have used the identity formula. Sec square x is equal to what? 1 plus tan square x. Now I know if I put tan x is equal to t here, the derivative of tan x काय तो sec square x. So dex sec square x dx काय होईल? हा मला t dt ने replace होईल. So it's pretty easy. So put tan x is equal to what? T. मग tan x is equal to t put केल्यावर सगळं आपण t मध्ये कन्वर्ट करतो आहोत. मग हा जर t मध्ये कन्वर्ट केला, मग आपल्याला हे पण t मध्ये कन्वर्ट करावं लागेल. मग त्यासाठी याचा डेरिव्हेटिव्ह घ्यायचा. When you take a derivative of this, it will be what? Derivative of tan x upon dx. Correct? And then is equal to what? dt upon dx. Derivative of tan x upon dx काय येईल? Sec square x. So sec square x is equal to what? dt upon dx. इकडचा dx तिकडे गेला. So sec square x dx is equal to what? dt. म्हणजे ही व्हॅल्यू काय झाली? पूर्ण dt झाली. ही काय झाली? 1 प्लस टी स्क्वेअर झाली. आता उरले हे लिमिट्स 0 टू पाय बाय 4. हे कशाची लिमिट्स आहेत? x चे लिमिट्स आहेत. आपल्याला कशाची लिमिट्स पाहिजे? t चे. Then this limits will also change. So when x is equal to 0, जर x 0 असेल तर t ची व्हॅल्यू काय येईल? t ची व्हॅल्यू कशाने काढायची? tan x ने. सो tan of 0. tan of 0 काय? तो 0. मग जर x 0 असेल तर t पण काय असेल? 0. x पाय बाय 4 असेल तर काय येईल? x पाय बाय 4 असेल तर t is equal to tan of पाय बाय 4. करेक्ट? सो tan of पाय बाय 4 काय? तो 1. So when x varies from 0 to pi by 4, t will vary from 0 to 1. फक्त ह्या व्हॅल्यू सगळ्या ज्या आहेत या आता आपण या इक्वेशन मध्ये टाकायच्या. So when you put that in the equation, right, it will basically simply give you 0 to 1, 1 plus t square dt. So it's now easy. 1 चे integration is the t plus t square चे integration is t cube upon 3. And then the limits we will just put it here 0 to 1. See why t square चे integration t cube upon 3? Because x raised to n चे integration काय आहे? Always x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. x raised to n चा डेरिव्हेटिव्ह काय तो n into x raised to n minus 1. Remember. So आता हे लिमिट्स कसे पुट करायचे, आधी 1 पुट करायचा याच्यात, मग मायनस याच्यात 0 पुट करायचा. आधी 1 पुट केलं काय येईल, 1 प्लस 1 क्यूब इज 1, 1/3 मायनस नंतर काय पुट करायचं याच्यात 0. सो 0 आणि 0 मायनस 0 0. 1 plus 1 plus 3 is what? 4 by 1 plus 1/3 is what? 4/3. That's what the answer is done. So the integration of 0 to pi by 4 sec raised to 4x is what? 4/3. Easy? Hopefully. You just need to know the formula and the trick. The next question says, the next example is solve the differential equation. सी आता डिफरन्शियल इक्वेशन तुम्हाला सॉल्व्ह करायचं असेल तर तुम्हाला इंटिग्रेशन जमलं पाहिजे. इंटिग्रेशन तुम्हाला सॉल्व्ह करायचं असेल तुम्हाला डेरिव्हेटिव्ह जमला पाहिजे. डेरिव्हेटिव्ह तुम्हाला सॉल्व्ह करायचं असेल तर तुम्हाला कंटिन्युटी जमली पाहिजे. कंटिन्युटी तुम्हाला सॉल्व्ह करायची असेल तुम्हाला लिमिट्स जमले पाहिजेत. लिमिट्स तुम्हाला सॉल्व्ह करायचे असेल तुम्हाला फंक्शन जमले पाहिजेत. फंक्शन्स तुम्हाला सॉल्व्ह करायचे असेल तुम्हाला रिलेशन जमले पाहिजेत. रिलेशन्स तुम्हाला सॉल्व्ह करायचे असतील तुम्हाला ऑर्डर्ड पेअर जमले पाहिजेत. ऑर्डर्ड पेअर तुम्हाला सॉल्व्ह करायचे असतील तर तुम्हाला नंबर जमले पाहिजेत. ही सगळी एक चेन आहे. सो there was actually there is where differential equation stands for. Now let's try to solve given differential equation y dy upon dx plus x is equal to what? 0. Differential equation solve करताना नेहमीच very first thing you should basically try. काय ट्राय करायचे की दोघी सगळे व्हेरिएबलचे सेपरेट करायचे. Very first method of solving differential equations is variable separation method. Variable separate करायचे. So y एका बाजूला x एका बाजूला. So this x is plus on this side it will become minus. So this upon dx will go on this side will basically multiply. So y dy is equal to what? Minus x dx. So when you have these two things separately, right? See, this is not the only method to solve the differential equations. हे सोपं आहे त्यामुळे variable separation method ने होत आहे. Okay. So now when you get this kind of thing, you just need to basically integrate on both sides. So integrate on both sides. So दोघांकडे integrate केल्यावर काय येईल? It will basically what? Integration of y dy and minus sign बाहेर काढला integrationच्या integration of x dx. Now what is the integration of y? Y square upon 2 is equal to minus x integration x square upon 2 plus c1. Now what is the c1? Whenever you solve the integration at the end it gives some, we have to add some integration constant. Now मी ती c1 का दिलाय? I'll give you that answer as well. See, basically y square upon 2 आहे minus x square upon 2 आहे. हा minus x square upon 2 इकडे आणला. So that will be what? X square upon 2 plus y square upon 2 is equal to c1. दोघांचा डिनोमिनेटर सेम आहे. So 2 जो आहे तिकडे जायचं 2c1. So x square plus y square is equal to 2c1. Now since c1 constant आहे तर 2c1 पण काय आला? Constant आला. So I just said c is equal to what? 2c1. Correct. So that's why that was kept as a c1. Even if you don't keep it as a c1, जरी c1 तुम्ही ठेवला नाही त्याला असा जसा 2c ठेवला तरी चालतंय. Okay, so this x square plus y square is equal to c is basically solution of the given differential equation. आणि कशाचं इक्वेशन आहे बरं? Guess. That's the equation of the circle passing through the 0 point. Now the next example. Next example is what? Show that the function f of x is equal to tan x is increasing in 0 pi by 2. See, आता इथे फॉर्म्युला आहे. You should basically know the statement. A function f of x is increasing on certain interval. कोणता पण इंटरवल असेल a b त्याच्यावर इन्क्रीजिंग केव्हा असतं? जेव्हा ते फंक्शन डिफरन्शिएबल असतं त्याच्यात आणि त्याचा जो पहिला डेरिव्हेटिव्ह आहे हा पहिला डेरिव्हेटिव्ह नेहमी काय येतो? It's always greater than equal to 0. So these two things, if satisfied in the particular interval, then that function is basically what? Increasing in that interval. So here the function is given what? F of x is equal to tan of x. So f of x is equal to tan x where x belongs to where? 0 to pi by 2. See, 0 and pi by 2 are not included. See, this is the open interval. जर इथे स्क्वेअर ब्रॅकेट राहिला असता तर 0 आणि पाय बाय 2 दोघे इन्क्लूड होते. ऑब्विसली आपल्याला माहिती एफ ऑफ एक्सचा डेरिव्हेटिव्ह काय तो सेक्स स्क्वेअर एक्स आणि सेक्स स्क्वेअर एक्स हा 0 टू पाय बाय 2 मध्ये एक्झिस्ट होतो. करेक्ट. जर तुम्ही टेबल बघितला तो टेबलमध्ये कॉस्टचे व्हॅल्यू येतात का? सगळे येतात. एव्हरी कॉस्ट बिटवीन 0 and pi by 2 has some value. That's why, and sec is what? Reciprocal of cos. So sec square exists. That's why we can directly say f of x is differentiable in this. This is very much important line. Remember, you will have the half mark for this. Now we know that f of x will be increasing in this if f dash x will be what? Greater than or equal to 0. त्याचा पहिला डेरिव्हेटिव्ह काय असेल नेहमी 0 असेल in this. Now let's try to find out the first derivative. F of x is equal to what? Tan x. So f dash x का derivative, tan x का derivative sec square x. Now sec square will be greater than or equal to 0. Why? कारण cos, see cos 0 काय तो it is basically 1, correct? And then cos pi by 2, that is 0. And all the values in between that basically are the positive. Since the cos in this is positive, sec will be positive and sec square will be positive because it's square, obviously, right? So first derivative is always greater than or equal to 0 in this interval, and this is differentiable as well. That's why we can directly say f of x equal to tan x is an increasing function in 0 to pi by 2. Easy. Now let's look at the next question. Now they are saying question 13, form the differential equation of all lines which make intercept on 3 on x-axis. तुम्हाला example समजणं खूप महत्वाचं आहे. You have to understand the question example very well to make out of it right what has to be done. आता इथे आपल्याला काय सांगितलं they want us to form the differential equation. एक differential equation काढायचं आपल्याला of all lines, अशा सगळ्या लाईनच्या which basically make the intercept 3 on x-axis. Intercept 3 on x-axis means what? All those lines will have 3 and 0 point on that line. Okay. X वरती आहे, x वरती 3. What does that mean? 3 0. Okay, y 0 and x 3. So 3 0 point त्या सगळ्या lines वर असेल. So we know that the general equation of the line with the slope m and intercept y is what? Y is equal to mx plus c, where c is what? Y intercept, not the x intercept. This is x intercept. हा c कोणता आहे? Y intercept आहे. And m is what? Slope of the line. Now given that the line 1, the line intercept x-axis at 3. So दिलेलं right? So 3 0 is the point which will lie on this line. मग आपण x ची व्हॅल्यू काय पुट करू आता? 3 आणि y ची व्हॅल्यू काय पुट करू? 0. So when we put x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 0 in equation 1, it basically gives us 0 is equal to 3m plus c. Correct. So m is equal, so c is equal to what? Minus 3m. This is what the value of c is. Now put this value of c in the equation which we have assumed. So y is equal to mx minus 3m. That is value of c. Now m common. So m common, x minus 3. Now this x minus 3 will go on denominator side. So m is equal to what? Y upon x minus 3. Now to find out the differential equation, we need to differentiate this equation now. So that since this is a constant, so derivative of this constant will be 0 is equal to. This is u upon v rule. Derivatives are u upon v rule. V as it is, derivative of u, that is y, minus u as it is and derivative of v, that is derivative of x minus 3 upon v square. Okay. Now this x minus 3 as it is, dy by dx as it is, minus y, and x the derivative 1 and minus 3 is 0. So the derivative of x minus 3 will be 1. So y into 1. Why we haven't why we haven't kept anything on the denominator? Because this denominator when goes on this side, that will become 0, right? Or maybe since the answer is 0, it will only be possible only when denominator is 0. Sorry, numerator is 0. So that's done. So this is gone and this is reduced to x minus 3 divided by dx minus y. Now this y will come on this side. So y is equal to x minus 3 dy upon dx. So keep this dx on that side. Okay. Or maybe you can just keep it right as is as well. X minus 3 divided by dx. This y comes on this side, minus y is equal to 0. So this is the required differential equation. So इथे आपण काय केलं differential equation काढण्यासाठी? Very first thing we found, right? Very first thing we basically found the slope, no, not slope. We found the value of c. We put that value here in the line. We made the equation of line, and then we tried to separate the m and all the variables on other side. We took the first derivative, right? And then we just rearranged all that stuff. Okay. Now what is the next question? Rather, this is the last question and pretty simple one again. Now the question number 14 is what they are saying. The x is in binomial distribution of n and p, right? X is what in binomial distribution of n and p, where e of x is what 6 and variance of x is what 4.2. Find the values of n and p. जर x हा n आणि p च्या बायनॉमियल डिस्ट्रीब्युशन मध्ये असेल, प्रोबॅबिलिटी डिस्ट्रीब्युशन मध्ये, तर variance of x will be what npq and e of x will be what np. Remember, these are the formulas. So now given x is in binomial distribution of np, so e of x is equal to what 6 and variance of x is equal to what 4.2. Let's consider variance of x upon e of x. Okay, now variance of x upon e of x, so that is what variance of x is what npq and e of x is what np. N cancel, p cancel, this will be what q. Okay, now we know this both values 4.2 and 6, so 4.2 upon 6 is equal to q. 4.2 upon 6 will give you 0.07, sorry 0.7, right? That is the value of q. Now once we got the q value, we can find out the value of p as well. Now we know the relation between the p and q is what p plus q is equal to 1. Now since the value of q is 0.7, p will be what 1 minus 0.7, that is 1, that is 0.3. So you got the value of p 0.3, you got the value of q 0.7, and we know the variance as well. So let's find out the value of n. So variance of x is what 4.2. That means what npq 4.2. The value of n is not yet known. Value of p is what 0.3. Q is what 0.7 is equal to 4.2. Now 0.3 into 0.7 is what 0.21. And this is multiplying on this side. On this side, this will become this will actually be dividing. So 4.2 upon 0.21. Okay, and which is gives 20. Now just to understand, right? You all understand what I just do. I just try to remove the points from there. So here, if I remove point, there are two numbers after it. So there will 24, 21. But if I remove this point, there is only one number. So I have kept one more zero here so that it will balance 420. So 420 upon 21, that is 20. And these are the values, right? This is n 20, p is 0.3, and q is what 0.7. That's we already actually found it here. Okay, now that's all actually I had it from this video. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. In next video we will solve the section C, which is of 24 marks with each questions of 3 marks. आपण पुढच्या व्हिडिओ मध्ये सेक्शन सी सॉल्व्ह करणार आहोत, जो 24 मार्काचा आहे आणि त्याच्यात प्रत्येक क्वेश्चन हा 3 मार्क्सचा असेल. लिटल कॉम्प्लेक्स बट नॉट हार्ड. थोडासा अवघड आहे, म्हणजे कॉम्प्लेक्स आहे बट खूप अवघड नाही. Okay, so please do not forget to like, subscribe and share if you haven't done so. Happy learning. See you in the next video. Thank you.